From the very beginning, fortunes have been made with Bitcoin, and they have also been lost, often overnight or close to it. But let's get this straight. More than a decade after the largest cryptocurrency by market cap emerged from the shadows of the internet, it failed to evade its tendency of recording shocking highs, which are always followed by devastating lows. The third generation cryptocurrency, Cardano ADA, has not failed to tread the same path as Bitcoin. Just the same way two close neighbors treat each other after discovering one of them is plagued with a communicable chronic ailment, Cardano was regarded the same way. Many investors keep the cryptocurrency at arm's length, and no amount of motivation or bullish predictions were enough to change their minds. Of course, everyone is configured to go for what works best for them, and to some, Cardano was not the best option. Bitcoin was caught up in the same web, and even the faith of experienced investors was swayed. Some analysts did not even help matters as their predictions were too blunt and short-term wise. Back in November of 2022, a widely followed crypto analyst nailed 2022 Bitcoin's collapse, saying that the king of crypto was likely on its way to a new bear market low. The pseudonymous analyst, Capo, told his Twitter followers that he saw rallies in the crypto markets as strategies to trap bulls. He tweeted, "What I see, technicals looking bad, Bitcoin's price below June's low indicators bearish. Funding reset. Same bull traps as always, but even weaker. People falling for them. Comments like, 'You are going to miss the train.' Really? This is not over. Final capitulation is likely." Taking a look at Bitcoin, Kappa was convinced that a drop to the lower levels will happen in the near term. He shared another tweet announcing that Bitcoin could drop to $12,000 to $14,000 in a matter of time. The crypto strategist included the chart that validated his bearish thesis, revealing that Bitcoin had flipped support at $17,600 into resistance. "A chart is worth 1,000 words, he emphasized. According to Capo's chart, Bitcoin would ignite a steep recovery after reaching its capitulation target between $12,000 and $14,000. Diverting his attention to Cardano ADA, he hammered the fact that Cardano ADA would end up falling between 16 cents and 20 cents. At the same period, another widely followed analyst and trader, Jason Pizzino, urged caution on Cardano ADA. He told his YouTube subscribers that Cardano could dip further below the 22-month low it reached earlier in October unless it consolidated above the current price. "We had the final capitulation zone here, 17 cents to 33 cents. We hit dead on 33 cents so far. I'm looking further down unless ADA can get back above these previous support zones that is around 40 cents to 41 cents. And consolidate above these levels and then look to take out the logarithmic bear market downtrend," he said. Indeed, Cardano ADA saw its worst days in 2022, and it even tried to take baby steps to recover from its 30% crash back in July of 2022. However, Bitcoin's experience, especially in 2013, was far more terrifying. People who thought that Bitcoin could fulfill the reports of being an investment vehicle or an alternative world currency got disappointed when it crashed. The cryptocurrency was attention gripping, but it fell from a quoted $1,200 per coin to less than $600. Back then, as an investor, if you were thrilled by all the talk about Bitcoin replacing gold as a storehouse of value, you would bear the brunt for your perceptions. Much of the talk was generated by the peak quote of Bitcoin when it soared to $1,200, which was considered the equivalent to or even higher than the price of gold. Of course, that was absurd. The proximate case of the cause of the Bitcoin crash was a warning by China's central bank against treating Bitcoin as legal tender, saying that the Chinese were free to engage in Bitcoin transactions at their own risk. The Bitcoin market's reaction underscored what Stanford economist Susan Athley said. She claimed that the value of Bitcoin lies in its potential to facilitate transactions. Simply put, the more transactions one thinks can be done in Bitcoin, the higher the price. Confidence in Bitcoin tumbled to a drastic low after the Chinese government's statement. Also, dealing with the currency was volatile as its history has been. Its major exchange, Mt. Gox, was subjected to repeated hacking attacks, and InstaWallet, a popular service for storing Bitcoin, was suspended after it was hacked. Many financial experts had warned about Bitcoin. A veteran stockbroker compared the interest in Bitcoin to the tulip mania that led to financial shambles in the 17th century. But interest in the currency had shot up, and it was difficult to convince people to retreat their steps. Bitcoin's wild ride came as someone gave away thousands of dollars worth of Bitcoin on Reddit. Business Insider calculated that the Reddit user with the name Bitcoin Billionaire had given away $13,627 worth of Bitcoin to others. The mystery donor had signed off with a quote from Ron Paul, who was a one-time would-be presidential candidate. Most investors swallowed hard after their losses. The pessimistic ones bade cryptocurrency investments farewell, while the resilient ones stayed the course. According to Bitcoin advocates, Bitcoin would undoubtedly rise in value again and also fall again. The certain inevitability is the volatility, to which there is no end in sight. Everyone saw Bitcoin as a game changer, a title that was shared with Cardano ADA, and many people who put down their money back then did it based on feelings and a shallow understanding of subjects like blockchain technology. Bitcoin fell victim to criminal hacks, exchange shutdowns, scams, Ponzi schemes, and most often, inconsistent government regulations. Well, every time flocks of investors who were already nervous about these factors fled for safer and more familiar pastures. However, the same cryptocurrency that had made investors shed tears and wallow in sadness had laced so many faces with joy. Although it faced severe tumbles after 2013, its streaming benefits remain mind-blowing. The history of Bitcoin has already given us a snapshot of what Cardano's future would look like. Of course, it is a future that is worth looking forward to. In August of 2022, the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, spoke on another brutal red day in the markets, which he blamed on the Fed Jerome Powell's hawkish speech in Jackson Hole, citing a CNBC report. Quote, "We are witnessing what Ron Paul said years ago. The Fed has two options: kill the economy with high interest rates or destroy the currency with inflation." End quote. Just in case you don't remember this incident, the markets crashed after Fed Chairman Jerome Powell promised that the central bank would use its tools forcefully to combat inflation, which was hovering around its highest level. In his annual Jackson Hole policy speech, Powell emphasized that the higher interest rates were likely to last for some time, and the historical record cautioned strongly against premature loosening policy. These remarks came amid indications that inflation may have peaked, but it was not clearly declining. As Powell stated, the Fed will not be swayed by a month or two of data. The Cardano founder added, "Cryptocurrencies are a way out of this madness. Central banks can't be trusted with the monetary policy. They work for the political process and give generations of politicians a blank check that now we have to cover. It's going to get worse before it gets better." Powell's speech made Bitcoin fall more than 8%, bringing the entire crypto market down with it. The top cryptocurrencies lost all of their gains, and the market sentiment turned quite bearish. Cardano ADA shared the same fate as Bitcoin, tumbling by 8% as well. This is just proof that so many factors contribute to the volatility and loss of value. During a recent interview with CNBC, the Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz claimed that the outlook for crypto is neither great nor horrible. Quote, "The outlook for crypto is not horrible, but it's not great. We've got regulatory headwinds we didn't have before. People are going to cut costs and survive this transition period." End quote. He believes that Bitcoin and Ethereum prices held steady despite the bad news early this week that leveraged traders to get out of their positions, making for what Novogratz described as a clean market. He added, "It's a pretty clean market right now." Looking further down, Novogratz believes 2023 will be a crucial year for the survival and potential upswing of cryptocurrencies. But there is still some issue with exchanges, Gemini and Genesis, that could pose a challenge for the crypto market in early 2023. And the crypto mogul admitted that it was not going to be great. Just like other crypto communities, Galaxy Digital took a significant hit due to the bear market, but Novogratz noted that his company has been actively investing in infrastructure to weather the crypto storms. Cardano is currently doing the same. Irrespective of the potential challenges, 2023 is going to be a good year for cryptocurrencies, especially Cardano ADA. So far, the network has not failed to admit its weakness and reflected its similarities to Bitcoin back in 2013. Indeed, Cardano is set to rise. But of course, what are your thoughts on this? Let us have them in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video, but before then, check out our other videos to find out how Cardano is living up to the dream of being the Ethereum killer. And as always, make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons.